So in my previous video I explained that we have come up with a calculator for those who use the Shim method of aligning a cutting unit in a SIP grinder, and this is the online calculator that makes calculating the thickness of the shims needed easy. Okay, go ahead, take it away, Logan.
Yeah, so basically we have the three inputs you're going to need here. We have the reel diameters on both sides, the left and the right. You're going to measure this with your standard pie tape, and that's going to be presented in inches. Then you go and put the reel down on the grinder, and you'll see what end touches the grinding stone first. And you'll input left or right here. And the dial movement is going to be how the height you need to go up on the opposite side to make contact with the reel, and that's going to be in thou.
Okay, let me stop you just for a second.
Yep.
So the point on the reel where the pie tape measurements are taken on the left and the right sides, that's usually about 3 inches in from each end.
Mm-hmm.
And then we infeed the grinding stone up to touch those same 2 points on the left and right. And we make a note of which end the grinding stone touches first. Then we traverse the grinding stone to the other end. Then we infeed the grinding stone until it touches the other side of the reel, and then we make a note of the dial indication, which shows us how far the amount of infeed until it touches the other side.
Yeah. I can run through a quick little number example. So we have the left measurement, we'll have the right measurement. We will say that the right side touches the stone first, and when we traverse it to the left side and move it up, we'll say that there was about a 16 thou difference on the dial. And you can see here, this is a large example, but it's going to output that we need a 42 thou shim on the left side.
So we would need to add a 42 thou shim to the left end of the cutting unit under both the front roller and the rear roller in line with where we are taking our measurements, which is about 3 inches from the end of the reel. In other words, we're putting the shims underneath, in between the rail supports, where that are supporting the rollers. So we would add 42 thou shim on the left end under the front roller and the rear roller, and that would, when we finish grinding, that would ensure that our reel is a cylinder, whereas it was not a cylinder when we started. So this end is much larger than that end when we started.